Hi, I'm Tali Frankel and I'm a speech and language therapist. Today we're going to be talking about language enrichment in toddlers and very small children. As children learn language, they develop words at an astonishing rate. It's amazing to see and almost miraculous. Sometimes children don't develop speech as quickly as their peers, and I'm going to be talking about what the milestones are that you should be watching out for and how to use some tricks and tips to encourage them along the way. As a general rule of thumb, children will start babbling around about 3 to 6 months, and they'll start making all kinds of vowel sounds and consonant sounds and generally start to string different sounds together. From around about 12 months, you should see the emergence of their first real word. They start pointing to things and naming them. From around about 18 months, your child should have around 50 words in their vocabulary, and by the time they're 24 months old, they should start to be putting 2 words together, like mommy no and go car. By the time they're 2.5, almost 3, they should be putting 3 words together, and by the time they're 3.5, language should be almost virtually fully established. If you're noticing that your child is not hitting those milestones, here are some tips and tricks that you can use at home. First of all, you should be your child's primary commentator on what is going on in their lives. So you can comment on the things that they're doing as they play, and you comment on the things that you're doing as you interact with them, even if it's just about putting them into their car seat in the car. Here you go, big boy. Let's put your arm inside the strap. Wow, through the hoop. Now we're going to do the other arm through the loop. Let's buckle you in. And now you're buckled in, all safe. So you become the commentator of every single thing that goes on. That's the first step. Number 2, try and make sure that you're maintaining eye contact and joint attention with your child as often as possible. So when they show you something, you pay attention to what it is that they're showing you, maintain eye contact, show that you're interested in the same object, and then proceed to comment on what they've shown you. A fantastic way of stimulating language is to engage in messy play. So all things like Play-Doh and goop and glue and sticky things and cooking in the kitchen together often encourage children to verbalize, and you can then direct those verbalizations into more meaningful utterances. It's a good idea to always give your child forced alternatives. So when you can see that they're trying to ask for something but they don't know the word, you can offer the alternative. Did you want juice or do you want water? And let them try to make a verbal attempt before you give them what they want. A really important language stimulation tip is withholding. And this is something that parents often find difficult to do because when they know what their child wants, it's difficult to watch them become frustrated. But it is important to withhold and provide a child an opportunity to verbalize before giving them what they want. So for example, if you know that a child wants their dummy, but they're going you can say dummy, dummy, and get your child to try and say duh or duh before giving them their dummy, and try and give them an opportunity 2 or 3 times before just giving them the item that they're asking for. Another good way of developing language skills in small children is to use absurdities. And it's a great way to have fun with your kids and laugh along with them. So you can pretend, for example, that when you're going to put them in the bath, you're going to put them in fully clothed before you take your clothes off. And then you can talk about that. Silly mommy, we forgot to take your shoes off. Let's take your shoes off. Or you can pretend that you're going to pour the milk into the cereal box instead of into their bowls. And this often is a very fun and relaxed way of introducing language to your children. Don't be afraid to withhold. Don't be afraid to have fun. If you remain concerned about your child's language development, please don't hesitate to contact a professional.